Do you ever stop and think, how do my grandparents ever meet without Tinder? Or how do my parents get to know each other without stalking them on Facebook first? Sadly, these are questions many people in today's society find themselves without the answers. Our society has evolved to keep up with the ever-changing internet era, and in doing so, we have managed to convert traditionally societal norms into what we may now describe as weird or socially rejected forms of interaction. Offline Dating is a short documentary in which follows the efforts of Tom Greaves in his quest to find himself a date without the use of the internet, but instead by approaching a woman in public and blatantly asking her out for a drink. The film portrays beautifully the reactions of each woman as her friends and her friends around her, as well as documenting the thoughts and reactions of Tom as he deals with the various responses he receives. The director, cameraman, and co-producer Samuel Abrahams records Tom's endeavours in what we would describe as an observational mode. This is due to the way the viewer is made to feel like a fly on the wall just witnessing a conversation between a man and a woman he finds attractive. There are no formal sit-down interviews with any of the subjects, nor are there any seemingly staged encounters between Tom and a woman. Each interaction Tom participates in generally begins with Abrahams filming from afar so that the woman is unaware of his presence. As the conversation progresses, the viewer is taken to a closer perspective, all the while maintaining the impression that everyone involved is oblivious to the camera even being there, creating a very natural and seemingly honest representation of each situation. Observational documentaries are typically defined as unobtrusive, fly-on-the-wall perspectives of the film's subjects. The most commonly recognisable works in observational documentaries is that of Sir David Attenborough and his various films featuring nature and the creatures within. An observational documentary features no influence from the filmmaker in the goings-on of the shot. Instead, the filmmaker plays an observatory role, using the camera lens to capture the natural, unobstructed behaviour of the subject. Footage is captured without rehearsal or practice, or without staged or planned scenes. This means that the camera crew is generally being rushed around to apprehend the right shot, resulting in somewhat shaky or poor quality footage. Due to the nature of filming, cameramen will generally use more lightweight and portable camera equipment to increase the efficiency while filming. Offline Dating is nothing out of the ordinary for Abrahams. A short perusal of his Vimeo page shows that this piece does not differ from his other works in commercials, short films, and even a TV pilot episode. It seems as though Abrahams has some sort of obsession with human connection and exploring the way humans interact. In this particular piece, this theme prevails once more as he depicts a somewhat beautifully crafted exploration of finding love through social interaction. Throughout the 6-minute film, Abraham depicts a significant progression in Tom's character. We start to see him ask for advice from various women on how he should go about speaking to each woman he meets. We see him take this advice on board and begin to make conversation with women first, asking them about their day and various other questions before asking them out for a drink. Throughout the course of the film, we see Tom learn how to talk to women, and we watch him put his newfound skills to practice. The way Abraham stitches cuts of different interactions Tom encounters together and creates a sort of poetic narrative, tracking the ups and downs of Tom's journey and making the viewer feel like they are along for the ride with him. A combination of soft music, in which romanticizes the film, along with the natural dull lighting that enhances the feeling that the viewer is watching something real, allows the viewer to connect to the film and become invested in Tom's story. Towards the end of the film, one of the more detailed encounters Tom is a part of is with that of an Italian woman who invites him back to her place for a barbecue with friends. Whilst this scene plays out, Abraham continues to insert cuts of encounters with other women to further build the narrative. However, the entire film ends with Tom receiving a kiss from this Italian woman, and also includes a comment from Tom explaining that he would really like to get to know this woman better. The final scene suggests that Tom had succeeded in his endeavours to find a date, rounding out the documentary with a somewhat of a happy ending. The post-production process no doubt had played a part in developing such a poetic narrative. However, this is just a credit to the style of Samuel Abrahams. The way in which the lighting depicts a natural and dull environment may have been altered to enhance such features. The variation in intensity of the music in specific scenes is done brilliantly to create an intended mood for the audience and to really romanticize each shot, specifically the more intimate of Tom's interactions. By sticking to what he knows best, Abrahams has been able to create an exceptionally emotional piece of film in which depicts an area of social interaction many of us tend to take for granted. Watching Tom's development through the film and riding with him on what is essentially an emotional rollercoaster of rejection and intimacy creates a beautifully real and captivating production highlighting the extraordinary world that is offline dating.